Alright guys, again today we're going to be working with the TMX and FMX Plus app with Field IQ and Autopilot. We're going to show you today how to run the machine in manual control only. So in manual control you will have to control everything as far as turning it on, stopping it, and doing the whole 9 yards. There will be no automatic function in here. So if this switch right here, this A and this M switch is automatic and manual. Now again, you still have rate 1, 2 and manual rate, but that's all that is that's not a manual switch, that is a manual rate. If you put it here, you have to hold it up or down to increase or decrease your rate only. That is not for manual function. Again, this is A and the M, and we're going to show you today how to open up a field and run in just manual mode. So if you wanted to spray ditches or otherwise outside of your boundaries or any field that you wanted to spray and you just wanted it to operate, then that's what we would do in this particular function. It would be in the manual mode. And again, I'll start from scratch and we'll go into open our field screen. And again, this is just a confirmation, making sure that everything here is correct. You want to hit OK. It's going to open up the closest field to you, and I'm going to select a new event just so that we can continue to spray in an area that's not been applied. So once we do that, we'll hit OK. Again, we're working with Autopilot, so it's asking us the question if we want to use Autopilot. So we hit yes. See? Now again, here the first thing we need to do once we get to our field screen is hit our number 1 and 2 button. And if you don't see this when you first open the field, if you may see this or this, make sure you hit your little application button as what I would call it. So this button right here, and it should bring up this screen that's got a number 2. And when you hit number 2, it takes you to another page, and you see this Bomba di Mano, and that's to arm the pump and make sure that we're ready to spray. So before you hit that, you want to make sure that your solution pump is on, and you want to make sure that your green light is lit up. If those two things are on, then you're able to hit Bomba di Mano, and that arms the pump, and now Field IQ is in control. So we can hit our number 2 and go back to our rates page. And whenever we flip this on, you see it turns gray, but as we start to move, they stay gray, because we're outside of our boundary and it will not spray outside of the boundary. The only way to make it spray outside of a boundary is to flip it into manual mode. Again, that A and that M. So we want to make sure we flip our master switch in the off position. Our sections turn red, and now our sections are red and we're still in automatic. So we want to change this to manual. When we flip our master switch back on, our sections turn back to standby and they're gray, and we're ready to start spraying. Again, this is going to spray outside the boundary, and then the whole boom is going to spray unless you reach down here and turn off the sections that you only want to spray with. So if you only wanted to spray with part of the boom, then you would only have to turn off your sections manually down here with your manual switches. And if you wanted to turn off the whole boom, then you could. Or if you wanted to turn on just the middle section, you could for whatever reason. But again, this is a total manual setup. So if you wanted to spray anywhere outside of a boundary, or just wanted to get the product out of the boom, then you would of course turn on the whole boom and just let it spray. But when you stop, again, it is manual mode, but it will not spray if you're stopped. So when you stop, it's going to stop spraying. Again, this will get you into an area where you maybe you have no field, or you have no boundary, or you just needed to go out and spray some ditch banks or spray some fence rows, and you're only wanting to use part of the boom and you want to be in control of it. Then again, you would put it into manual mode, turn on your master switch, and then control it with your manual spray switches down here on the side. So again, one thing you do need to remember is always make sure that you press that Bomba di Mano and make sure that it's always lit up white. If you try to spray and that's not lit up, then it's going to come up and paint this red and say, okay, something's wrong. So this will be the first thing you need to come in here and check. Thanks for watching.